So it's like this. UK Love, liberating user voices. So it seems to me that that we're not really building services that are designed for demand. Like, the question's always like, how do we know what we know that a person needs who's impacted by addiction? Like, typically services are geared up to support people with opiate problems, cocaine problems, or alcohol problems. But there's a huge cohort of people who are using drugs that never get consulted about what they need to improve their lives. You know, treatment is really important, but there's so much more to getting well than stopping drinking and using. So UK Love for me came out of the idea that I wanted to have a national network of people who use drugs, who are whose voices could be heard, right? Many years ago, we used to have user involvement at the core of services. Service users were embedded in decision-making processes, and we've lost all of that. So UK Love is very much about giving regional groups the autonomy to make decisions and influence the way that services are developed, designed and set up to meet their needs, right? People who use drugs know what they want to improve their lives, but they never get a place or a space to be able to do that. So through developing peer-to-peer naloxone training and supply programs across the UK, we've ended up with a number of local and regional steering groups which are attended by local police officers and local commissioning officers who hold budgets for how treatment services should be commissioned. So it seems to me an absolute no-brainer that we connect those groups together, we call them UK Love, and we liberate their voices. That's what it's all about for me. So the plan for the project will be to connect all of the groups together remotely on a monthly basis to create the national network, where every one of the groups, such as Medway Hope, such as Harm Reduction Union, Salford Achieve Soldiers, Bury Lifesavers, Wigan Wow, all of these different groups that already exist come together to discuss the issues that are important to them, and also to agree thematic ways of working, so that we get the best, most accurate information we can to be able to pass on to commissioners, with a view that they build services which are designed for demand. Then the other creative element for us is definitely about creating platforms where we can tell the stories about people impacted by addiction, the issues that they've experienced, the adverse childhood experiences and traumas. We can start to address kind of the stigma that exists within the community, because people demonize and vilify people with addiction issues. We never get down to the real stories of, like, who are these people? Why do they feel that their world is so bad that they can't bear to be present in their own lives, right? Why do they need to use drugs in the way that they do? What is it that they're getting out of that? So telling these stories through social media, through documentaries, through journals, is definitely the way that we're going to do it. So kind of working in partnership with Andy, the plan's going to be that we're going to run training sessions with a cohort of each of the 21 groups, so bringing one representative from each of the groups together so that we can train them up in media training skills, we can teach them about presentation skills, how to make kind of mini documentaries, how to use like video cameras to capture footage, and be able to tell at a local level like almost 21 individual stories, which then Andy, using his wonderful skills, is going to be able to pull that stuff together, and we're going to be able to get like a really wonderful video journal about the great work that's happening across the UK by people with lived and living experience of addiction who just want to make a difference. Do you know what I mean? Who want to make a difference for their peers. So the bigger picture stuff as well for us would definitely be around building a user-led podcast, something that captures the testimony of people and kind of the lives and the plight that they have, and also a TV documentary, man. If we do something on a TV documentary that kind of went the length and breadth of the UK, looking at all the innovative stuff that's going on, but also the pain and hardship, and try and get some like empathy and compassion. So UK Love becomes a platform just to do great things, man, right? So it's been mint, right? Like bouncing these ideas off with Andy and Adam. It's something I've wanted to do for a while. The UK has never had a national network of people who use drugs. There's been a lot of talk about it, but it's never been done before. That's going to change. We're going to do it, right? We've got a logo, right? We've got a logo and we've got a name. And everything for me starts from a logo and a name. And the fact that we've got that means that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know it's going to happen, and we've got great people like you, Andy, like you, brother, right? Who just know why it's important. We'll bring all our skill sets together. We pass on. Listen, there's a great saying, right? The only way we keep what we have is by giving it away. Right? I love that saying, right? The only way we keep what we have is by giving it away. And I think what I take from that is like all of my wisdom and experience around kind of recovery and the work that I do. It's pointless keeping it to me. I've got to give it away. And the people that I give it away to are people who use drugs and those from UK Love. Equally is the same with you, bro, you know, Andy, and kind of other people who we'll work with. You've got a really unique skill set. You're an absolute expert at what you do. So let's use some of those skills that you've got and let's give it away, man. Let's give it away to these peers so they feel uplifted and energized, that they've got purpose and meaning, and hopefully, right, through this Mint project, right, we can start changing people's views around people who use drugs, because at the end of the day, nice people take drugs. It's that simple. All right, that's it. Video journal 1 done, right? There you go, brother, right? I'm going to keep doing these when I'm driving about, because you said that I had to, right? I'm going to do your head in with them. I'm going to do your head in with them, right? But anyway, they're coming. I hope that's all right. Right, take it easy. Have a good Friday. UK Love, come on. Let's do it. Right, take care.